Hello, welcome back to my channel. In my last video I talked about land banking, and because the video was getting too long, I couldn't talk more on most of the things that I wanted to say. So in this video I'm going to be breaking part of what I said in that video. I'm going to be breaking it down to explain further about what you need to know about land banking before you go ahead investing in land banking. So if you want to do land banking and you want to get it right, please, this video is for you. Make sure you watch this video till the end. I promise that you are going to get a lot of value from this video. In today's episode, I'm going to be focusing on the mistake many land bankers are making that is making them not get the best out of land banking. Like I said in my previous video, I said land banking can change your life. Land banking is what have turned ordinary men to billionaires overnight. But a lot of people go about investing in land, making some mistakes, and they are not getting the required result. They are not getting the result that they need to get because they fail to understand some things when they want to invest in land. And I'm going to be revealing them to you in this video. The first mistake land bankers are making when they want to invest in land is not investing because a place that they want to invest is too bushy. That is a very huge mistake that a lot of land bankers are making. In fact, let me tell you, the bushier it is, the more money you stand to make. So don't, because of a place is too bushy, it is like a forest, you decline buying into that place because it is too bushy. That is a capital mistake. And if you want to make huge return on investment on land banking, you shouldn't make that same mistake. I remember some years ago I had a conversation with one of my clients that want to buy property, and after interacting with him I discovered that he wants to buy it for the purpose of land banking, and he doesn't have any plan of developing that place in the nearest future. So I encourage him to go and buy in an underdeveloped place because that is where he is going to make more money. But he argued with me. He said that why will I ask him to go and buy in the bush? But I have to break it down to him that the money is in the bush. Now I have to break it down for him to see reasons why he should buy in an underdeveloped place instead of a place that have already developed. I have to explain to him that the rate of appreciation in an underdeveloped place is usually higher when compared to the rate of appreciation in a developed place. For instance, the estate which I was telling him to buy was selling for 500,000 a year ago. In less than 1 year, that estate started selling for 1 million naira in less than 1 year. And I was very certain that in the next 1 year, that estate will sell for nothing less than 2 million naira, which is about 100% rate of appreciation. Now, if he go for what he wanted to buy, which is in a developed place, a plot of land in that developed place is selling for 20 million naira, and the rate of appreciation in that place, if you check the rate of appreciation in the next year, he might be able to sell that property for, like, let's say 23 million naira. He have made 3 million naira return on investment in just 1 year. But now look at it, if he take that money and put it in an underdeveloped place, and he bought 20 plots of land at the rate of 1 million naira, he bought 20 plots in 1 year, that 20 plots will be selling for 2 million naira per plot, and his investment is already 40 million naira. Why, if he have bought in a developed place, in 1 year his investment will be 23 million naira. So that is the difference between an underdeveloped place and a developed place. You will make more money investing in the bush if you want to do land banking. You will make more money buying the bush. So running away from a place because it is too bushy, it is a capital mistake that so many land bankers are making. Don't run away from a place because it is too bush. In fact, the bush will give you more money than that place that you are saying that is developed. So in land banking, never be afraid of buying the bush because you are definitely going to make more money if you buy the bush. And have it at the back of your mind that the bush of today is the city of tomorrow, and every city you are seeing today was once a bush. So go ahead and buy the bush. The next mistake people are making in land banking is the mistake of timing. Timing is one major factor where people are getting it wrong in land banking. If you want to invest in land, if you want to do land banking, you must first sit down and ask yourself, how long am I willing to wait before I can liquidate this asset? Because I remember I had a conversation with somebody and he told me that the property which he bought for 1 million naira, when he wanted to sell, he sold that property 1 year after for 1,100,000 naira. Is it as if that the property did not appreciate? The property appreciate, of course, but because he sold it before the place was ripe, they will have to sell below the market price because the demand for properties in that location was still very, very low. The market wasn't ripe for that time. So if he have to sell, the only thing he can use to entice his buyer is to give them at a cheaper price, because the market is still very low, because the demand for properties in that location is very low. So for him to entice anybody to buy his property, he is going to give them at a price that is below the market price. If you know that you can only hold on for a period of 2 to 3 years, then you should be buying from a place you know will be developed in the next 2 to 3 years. You don't have to buy from a place that will be developed in the next 5 to 10 years. If you can just wait for 2 years, then buy from a place that will be developed in 2 years. But the challenge is that a place that will be developed in 2 to 3 years, of course, will be more expensive than a place that will be developed in 5 to 10 years. If you want to make good money in land banking, then you must be willing to wait. You must be willing to wait for your investment to be ripe before you can sell. If you are in a rush to make money, then land banking is not for you. Land banking is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, then it is not land banking. You can look for something else. But land banking is a guarantee way to get rich. I said this in my previous video and I'm going to repeat it again. If you are in Port Harcourt and your goal is to do land banking for 2 to 3 years, you don't have any business buying land in Igbo and Ababa, because of course your property is going to appreciate, no doubt, but Igbo and Ababa cannot be ripe for you to sell and make good money in the next 2 to 3 years. So if you are looking at 2 to 3 years time to do land banking, Igbo and Ababa is not for you. Look somewhere else. If you're looking to do land banking for 2 to 3 years time in Port Harcourt, the places you should be looking at Ruboko, Eneka, and the Moji Alessa Road. Those are the places that you should be looking at if you want to do land banking for 2 to 3 years time. Those are the places that can be ripe in that short period of time, not Igbo and Ababa. Igbo and Ababa is going to take a longer time before it can be ripe. So it is very important that you know your timing when you want to do land banking. You know how long you can hold on to a property and how long it will take before properties in a particular location will be ripe for sale. The next mistake that people are making when they are investing in land banking is the mistake of buying just one plot. If you are doing land banking, you shouldn't be looking at buying one plot. If you have the money to buy more, please go ahead and buy. But if you don't have the money, instead of missing out entirely, then you can go for one plot. But if you have the money, it is better you buy in bulk. If you are doing land banking, you buy in acres and in hectares. Don't buy in plots. Buy as much as you can, because when that place is finally ripe, you are going to wish if you had known you would have buy more. Pastor Matthew Shimolo told the story of how he bought an acre of land for 70,000 naira in Mowe, Ogun State, and that place, as I speak to you today, a plot of land is selling for 5 million naira in a place where he bought an acre. Remember, an acre is 6 plots of land. He bought 6 plots of land for 70,000 naira. Now just a plot in that place is selling for 5 million naira. Now imagine that time if he just bought only one plot, or he bought only 1 acre. It wouldn't have been something that we'll be talking about today. But the reason why we are talking about it today is the fact that he bought over 900 acres of land, not plots, and by selling that place he is already on money. So if you want to do land banking and you want land banking to transform your life, you want to make good money from land banking, then you should be thinking small. You should be thinking on how can you buy land in acres and in hectares. So buy in bulk if you want to do land banking, and you are going to be glad that you did. Now, just a recap of what I've said so far. If you want to do land banking and you want to get it right, don't run away from a place because it is a bush. That was my first point. Then secondly, you must be able to time yourself accurately. You must know how long you want to wait before you liquidate your asset, and also how long it will take before the place which you want to buy is going to develop. And thirdly, if you want to do land banking, you must be willing to buy in bulk, because that is where the big money is. Don't buy in plots, buy in acres, buy in hectares. Don't buy in plots. If you have these 3 mistakes at the back of your mind, I am very sure that if you are doing land banking, you are going to do it right, and you are going to get maximum return on investment on your property. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please do well to subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we post new videos, and also do well to give this video a thumbs up. Till I come your way next time, my name is Chris Asika.